Good morning, students. So we had completed our lesson number 1, and I hope you had completed your learning also of lesson number 1, right? So now we had seen in lesson number 1 there was a topic that management is an art, science, and profession. In that we had seen management is a science uses certain principles like science uses. That only we are going to study in our chapter, that is principles of management. Like principles of management is a 6 mark chapter from the viewpoint of your exam. One MCQ of 1 mark, one question of 2 mark, and one question of 3 mark will be asked in this from this chapter in your examination. Now, what are principles of management? Let us have some introduction for it. Management is an activity which is carried out since centuries. As we know, it is from the beginning of mankind only. When we look up at the history, we can also see elements of management in various activities. During the rule of Chandragupta Maurya and Chhatrapati Shivaji in India, one can see proper use of management in policy of war, strategy, respectively. Right. So during the rule of Chandragupta Maurya, you would have heard about the king Chandragupta Maurya, and most probably you would have seen in the history also in Chhatrapati Shivaji also they fought for India. Right, one can see proper use of management. They had used management properly, economic wise also for war also. Right. Several management gurus, thinkers, ideologists, authors have periodically recorded new principles through evaluation, reconsideration of management concept. Underline that line. Have periodically rendered new principles through evaluation and reconsideration, means they had practically used these principles of management. Is very Thus, the historic concept of management is very ancient and has been changed periodically. So it is changed as per the time periodically, right? So from last many years, the ideology of management has been presented through different forms of approaches. Various management gurus. Now, who are the management gurus that has given the principles of management? They are Frederick Taylor to Henry Fayol, Gilbert, Max Weber, Chester Bernard, Peter F. Drucker, and C.K. Prahalad played an important role in the rendering various principles to make it as per the era. Right. So underline this. Who are the management gurus that has given the principles of management? For ancient is the traditional approach that goes to Frederick Taylor, to Henry Fayol, Gilbert, Max Weber, Chester Bernard, Peter F. Drucker, and C.K. Prahalad, that is an Indian one, had played various roles in giving the principles as per their ideologies. Harold Kunz has hailed the ideology of management as jungle. Who has hailed the ideology of management as jungle? MCQ. Harold Kunz. Kunz and O'Donnell will not come together. Only Harold Kunz has hailed the ideology of management as jungle. Or what has Harold Kunz had hailed ideology of management as? So the answer is jungle. So both it's from viewpoint of 2 mark question and one is from MCQ. Is it clear? The principles of management, meaning principles of management play a role of guide for the managers. Underline that line. Principles of management plays a role of guide for the managers. How they play, that we'll see what are the principles of management and how it is done. In fact, the principles of management are not the rules. Underline that line. It is only the sum and substance of the assumptions, traditions, and experiences. So principles like science principles of science are particular rules. If you want water, you need 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. Anyone is missing or anyone is extra, water will not be formed. But these principles of management are not rules. Understood? Because these principles are extracted because of the experiences and traditions. That is, it is only the sum and substance of the assumption that if you do this, this will happen. If we are using this principle, this would happen. You are taking this technique, this will happen. That is assumption. tradition and experience. Different management gurus have obtained conclusion in different situations, and it has been proven practical, right? Different management gurus have obtained conclusion in different situations, right? And okay, and it has been proved practical. As per its execution, people got perfect results as well. So by this using execution means applying that principle, people got perfect result as well. Thus, these principles have become the part of management procedure for the business unit. In business unit, some rules, principles are might to be formed in relation to the human behavior. So these principles are formed in relation to the human behavior. So the achievement of goal becomes easy because the managers are dealing with the people, not with the machinery. Is it clear? These principles are called as principles of management. Thus, these principles are called as the principle of management concept. Management is a combination of art and science. As a science, it is natural to have principle in it. The principle of management are not as rigid as pure science, but they are flexible. Again, it's the 3 mark question. Explain the statement. The principles of management, underline that line please. The principles of management are not as rigid as pure science, but they are flexible. Right. The principles of management have direct relationship with the human behavior. So the center, the pivot of the principle of management is your human beings. That principles revolve around only and only human beings. Whatever the principle you are using, take example I had given you in one of the lecture, division of work. That division of a work is divided among the human beings. It is a one kind of principle, right? Then another example is take example of principle of harmony, principle of what we say esprit de corps. All these principles, they are revolving around the human beings. That principles will be seen by us. Now, human beings, thus by making required changes, the principles of management have direct relationship. The principles of management have direct relationship with dash MCQ, so human behavior. Thus, by making required changes, there is a scope of additional new principles. Suppose many of you would be a future businessman, a future manager, and you use your own techniques. And if you are using it and you are getting a success in that, you can introduce your own principle also. That's why we say that with the required changes, there is a scope of additional new principles. Or any of the person, take example, Mr. Ratan Tata, he had worked at the what we say primary level also, and now he had used management, he has done management also. So if he writes a book on the management and then he introduces a new principle, so he can, because he has the experience, and that can be accepted by the society also because that principle has given them success. Human behavior and technology are such factors which changes periodically. Underline that line. Human behavior and technology are such factors. Which are the factors that changes periodically? Human behavior and technology are such factors that changes periodically. Human behavior changes periodically. Previously, human behavior was that I got a job, I cannot escape from it easily. Nowadays, we don't care about job. There are a lot of opportunities for us. We can think that. First, human behavior. The most important human behavior was intolerance. Many of the things were there when people used to do, they were using tolerating it. Even nowadays, if you are speaking to your employee with a little bit of hard language, that may affect your business. Is it clear? So that is human behavior. And technology. Technology is obviously, previously computers were not there, now computers are there, but then also new changes are there, right? Thus the changes take place in the principle of management to cope up with the new changes. So these principles also goes on constantly changing to cope up with the new changing changes. The principles of management are the detailed and the perfect guidelines for decision making. and its implementation. So the principles of management are detailed, that are experienced, so that are detailed and perfect guidelines for decision making and its implementation as per the principle of management. The capability of employee could be increased through various encouragement. Example, to consider his service years to make decision about promotion of any employee, while employee get promotion by considering his capability in other units. So your principal is taking care of about promotion of the employee, so he may also like it. It is very important to understand the difference between the principle of management and techniques of management. Methods or techniques are set of steps taken to achieve the target, right? Whatever the techniques or whatever the methods you are taken, that are to achieve the target, that is different. Is it clear? While the principles are guidelines for the decision which have been taken during the implementation of the technique. Now, division of work you had taken. So, that take example, I have five products delivery in particular area. Take example, it is in Besu. One is in Gurdur Road, and other two are at what we say Parle Point, and one is at what we say. Take example, we are taking it to Dumas, right? So division of work principle I had applied, but what would be the technique that would method would be applied? Now method would be like this. It is, take example, we will see if it is a time limitation, within this time the delivery is to be done, right? So it has to be seen which area, what we say, route is best. Suppose you want to go Vesu, and instead of Utna Magdala road that is highly traffic on that road, and you find the way that the canal road is having less traffic, so you will go by that road. So what is that? You are using the technique. That is not the principle of management. Principle of management you had used method. It's a method that we are taking this road, right? But principle of division of work is a principle of management. That's why you have to take differentiate between methods or techniques and principles of management. It is needful to understand the difference between the principle and values like techniques. Values are acceptable or preferable. It relates with the morality, while the principles are universal truth and guidelines for the human behavior. Right? Now nature. Now before that, I always say to that my class, before going for nature and importance, it is necessary for the student to know what are the principles. So instead of going to the nature of principles of management, let us see what are the principles and which principles are given by whom. Then only you will be able to understand how it is universally accepted and all that. So let us directly go to our topic, that is principles of management. Page number 24. Coming to 23. Come on students, let us start with, as I had given you introduction, but I always start with the principles only, and after that I go to the other topics. I am doing same over here also. The principles of management given by Henry Fayol. You have to be clear, there are two principles given, scientific principles of management by Patrick Taylor and principles of management. See, scientific it is not there. Principles of Management by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol, who presented management principle, was French engineer and industrialist. Because a question comes in, write a brief note on Henry Fayol, so your answer would start like this. Henry Fayol, who presented management principle, was French engineer and industrialist. So MCQ also, Henry Fayol was a engineer and industrialist. Is it clear? He presented this principle in his book Industrial and General Management in 1961. MCQ. Which book is written by Henry Fayol for the principle of management? That is Industrial and General Management in the year 1961. Henry Fayol divided administrative principles of industrial unit in 6 parts of ease and clarification. Underline or highlight the word administrative principles. Administrative principles are different for industrial units and principles of management are different. So, when the question comes, Henry write principles of management for administrative principles of management for industrial unit, these 6 principles will be given. Is it clear? So underline this. Henry Fayol's divided underline and highlight the word administrative principles of industrial unit. Is it clear, students? Underline this line, administrative right? So let us see what are the 6 divisions. Technical activity, you have to present this principle same as it is done over here. You cannot bring your new principles or new words. Again, I'm repeating, the same is to be given. No addition of any new word. Whatever it is written, that is only to be written. Technical activity. It includes factory machineries and activities related production. So first is technically. So what does it include? Factory machineries, whatever the machineries the employees are working. Because we know that, remember, and bottom level management, when we had seen difference between top, middle and bottom, remember one thing was management and administration. Management was much more at top and administration was very less. In middle level, management is less compared to top level and administration was more than compared to top level. But at bottom level, management was very less and administration was more. That is only we are going to see administrative principles. So technically, because machineries are, who's going to work on machineries? Managers are not going to work on machineries. Employees and workers are going to work on machineries. That's why technical activity, it includes factory, machineries and activities related to production, right? Second is commercial activities. It includes activities like purchasing, sales, exchange of units. That is commercial. What is commercial? When you buy or sell, that is termed as commercial. So commercial activity includes purchasing, sale, buying and sale, I said you, and exchange of units, right? So first was technical activities, second is commercial activities, third financial activities. It includes procurement of capital, from where you are going to get the capital, use of capital, how you are going to use the capital, fund maintenance, maintenance of the fund, and reinvestment. When you earn profit, how you are going to reinvest, that is your financial activity. Again, procurement of capital, use of capital, then what is your fund maintenance, and fourth is your reinvestment. So procurement of capital, repeat with me, use of capital, fund maintenance, the fund that you had collected that is to be maintained, and reinvestment. So first, repeat with me, was your technical activity. Technical comes directly to, it is for in the includes factory machineries and activities related to production. Commercial activities, commercial buying and selling, so purchasing and sales and exchange of units. Third is your finance activity. Finance activity, if you are having business, you need to procure capital, so procurement of capital. Then second is your use of capital, how you are going to use it. The capital is there, so you need to maintenance of fund. And next, when you earn profit, that is reinvestment of capital. Fourth, safety. It includes safety of employees, safety of assets, safety of goods, that is raw material. Again, safety activities that includes for the first most invaluable asset, that is employees. Then it goes for the asset, that is providing insurance and all that. So they have to take, when employees are working. Take example in Surat, many of the incidents we are seeing every year or every consecutive year, the boilers had been blasted and the people working in were died because of the boiler blasted. So what happens? Many times it is, we are seeing that if the workers or employees that are working over there, they had not wear that rubber dress is necessary for them to wear, particular type of helmet is necessary for them to So that kind of things are seen in this principle, that is safety. So safety of employees, insurance is to be provided, safety of working environment is to be provided, safety of asset is to be seen, and safety of goods, that is the raw material that is placed, should be at proper place. So technical activity, commercial activity, then finance activity, then safety activity. Safety activities for three: employees, asset, and goods, right? Accounting activity. It includes financial statements and procuring necessary statistical analysis. Their finance is not taken or procurement is not there, their analysis statistically. So accounting activities, it includes financial statement, that you know that your final accounts, and procuring necessary statistical analysis. Management activity. It includes planning, organizing, directing, that is direction, coordination, control activities. PODCOC. Again, I am repeating, don't include your more functions. These are the functions that Henry Fayol has taken in the management while using management. So these functions he had used: planning, organizing, direction, coordination, control. Don't use your staffing, reporting, budgeting. Nahi aayega. Is it clear? Planning, organizing, direction, coordination, and control. PODCOC. Is it clear? So these are the 6 principles of management. So I stop over here and I'm going to start with the principles of management tomorrow. Is it clear? So I hope you go through the starting page and please read all the principles of management thoroughly, so you can easily relocate in your mind what the subject wants to tell you. It looks easy, but it is little bit what we say confusing. So tomorrow we are going to see these principles of management. Before that, a task given to you, you read it. So when I explain you, when you listen to the lecture, it deposits in your mind. Is it clear? So I'm signing off over here.